Peace. Peace. Y'all know where y'all at, right? I hope y'all know where y'all at. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is good? What's good? Who's all in the building? Yeah, you got an actual notification. That's what's up. We're just, we trying to wake things up around here. This is Wolfgang Amadeuz. I'm set in the West. You're rocking on the West. Jaguar Wright will be in the building real soon. Sunday, Domingo, right? That's what day it is. What's up, Britt? What is up, Queen Diamond Rose? Who we all in here? Okay, Asa, you became a member. I don't know which channel, but I think you're already a member on Jaguar Wright show, Jaguar Wright Effect. If you became a member on Set in the West, appreciate you. I appreciate you. What we got here? You say because our parents taught us nothing good about survival. Oh yeah. No, for real. We are at a disadvantage if you are depending on the education that they gave you, the indoctrination they gave you. You're at a disadvantage. We'll get into that. Can we talk about Northwest? I don't know about Northwest. I'm not talking about kids, but what up? What up? Janae, what's good? Lauren speaks up. What's up? Yeah. Alina is in the building. Jazzy Creations, what's up? Ariana, PM, what's good? The Hierophant, what is good? What's up? Yeah, you made it. Glad you are here. Aaliyah, Swatavia. I'm sorry. See, that shows you about my education system. I mean, my education, let's just say my indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through the list real quick. Just say hi to everybody. Alina, of course, is in the building. Yeah, round two, Britt. That's what's up. What's up, Chaya? And who are you? You said you got the notification. I already ran that by there. Yeah. You said you never been this early. That's what's up. Nah, I appreciate you being here though, for real. Y'all, look, I'm telling y'all where we're taking the platform. Some things is about to change up. We're in a good spot. We got a lot of good things coming down the pipe, and just know some good things are coming. For Jag, and y'all probably won't see me as often. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? You live from Glendale. Yeah, that's what's up. You up the street. Denise Pickett, what's up? Houston in the building. Houston, I love Houston. It's not too far from Galveston where my grandmother was born. So yeah, that's what's up. Awaken Queen. Yeah, we that's all we're gonna do is just bring facts. I don't know. It's kind of like, in all honesty, I mean, there's a few things that we didn't talk about yesterday that I want to, bring to the attention of everyone. But for the most part, I mean, we're gonna say it like this. This is y'all's show. If y'all got questions, let's just get into it. Let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ramona? Let me play some music real quick. Y'all know how we do it. It's one of my favorites. Shout out to One Man, my guy One Man from the West Coast. Wu-Tang Yellow Jackets produced this. All right. Back to the old school. Y'all see, we got the old. Who remembers? Who actually went to school? Who remembers the Peachy folders? Who actually went to school and maybe had a Peachy folder? You went to school maybe in the 70s, 80s, even the 90s, because I think I don't know if Peachy is still popping, but these were the folders that we had back day. And I said, let me design something that's like throwback. It used to be, them running track, and then you had the other athletic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Landon or Layden Reed. What's up? What's good? I'm just so jazzy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Philly in the building. You from Philly? That's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah, we go. Oh, from the DMV. That's what's up. Love the DMV. Much love to the DMV as well. What up, Patrick? What's up? The one and only King in the building. There you go, guest clue. I ain't seen you in a few. What it do? You see what I'm saying? I got my cat in the hat on. I did my little rap. This show is sponsored to you by some Saratoga water. It ain't sponsored. I'm capping. But when you do drink water, if you're gonna drink bottled water, don't do plastics. And I'm just gonna say that, like, if y'all want to get education about health as you get older, and if you have plastic bottles, because we got to change that whole stuff up too. I did some research on it, and I'm just gonna drink less and less from the plastic containers. You're better off getting like the copper containers, or if you're gonna buy it, get bottled water. And even the bottled water, you gotta just kind of know what quality, because really, water is life, but there's not a lot of life left in water, if you know what I'm saying. And then when you're drinking water out of plastics, there's these microplastics that can seep through and just jack you up, man, overall. So yeah, that's it. My eye is open. Peace, peace, peace. Jazzy Creations. Massachusetts in the building. Where you from? Boston? That's what's up, man. What up? Big Focus. Appreciate you, family. Yeah, man. Jag will be here in a minute. We just gonna chop it up, and whatever question. If y'all got questions, let's just come with it. We ain't tripping. It's kind of like, it is on. You're right. That's funny. South Boston. That's what's up. Okay. Can we talk about what Chappelle said about only poor people being able to read? No. I think if you're talking about, so if y'all don't know what happened, Dave Chappelle made a statement and said, thinking is for poor people. Is that what you're referring to? Dave Chappelle made a statement saying thinking is only going to be for poor people because everything is so automated. We're living in a world right now where just AI is everywhere, and you can't go anywhere on this planet without some type of something dealing with computers. Pretty much everything is computers, right? And everything is so automated. Everything is so instant. Like, we're living like almost in the time of the Jetsons to a degree, and we're also living at the same time of Idiocracy. How many of y'all seen that movie Idiocracy? So yeah, Dave Chappelle made a statement just basically referring to where we're at right now, but he's being like, almost, in my opinion, he's being like prophetic when he's saying like thinking will only be for poor people. The AI chips that they have now, and OpenAI, I believe they just released a chip. I think they released a chip. It's a quantum chip. I know Google has a quantum chip called Willow. And if you guys don't understand what quantum is, so regular computers, when you're dealing with just computers, you're dealing with binary, ones and zeros. That's it. It's either or. So when you're dealing with computations, what was that when we were in school? It was like 0 or 1 would equal like bit. You would go by bits, and it's all multiplication. Long story short. And with quantum, no. So you're limited with binary. With quantum, you can really like. They have ones and zeros, but they also have superpositions where they could be in between. So the probability is like, so when you're dealing with computation, you not only got the ones and the zeros, now you got somewhere in between. So it just changes the whole game. That's what they're dealing with right now with the quantum computing. I don't want to get too deep, and that's what they're dealing with AI. There's going to be AI in the damn chips. So yeah, it's about to be a whole different game when it comes to just what they're doing with AI. When Dave Chappelle, he didn't say only poor people being able to read. No, he was just saying thinking will only be for poor people, because the way everything is set up now, it's like you really don't even need to think. That's basically what was being said with that. But y'all can check that video out. Jag did that over the weekend, or actually a few days back. There's a video on the Jaguar Wright effect. It's on YouTube at RealJag77, the Jaguar Wright effect. But like I said, we got a lot popping. I'm not gonna say too much just in general because it's good energy. It's a lot of good stuff going on. Jag's in a good headspace. I'm trying to convince her to just drop a song. I think that's what's needed right now. I mean, not just any song though. All right, let me finish going through the chats though. West Philly, the Black Bottom in the building. That's what's up. All right. So what did you say about how did the state of California get so expensive to live that people from the West Coast are just leaving every day from there? How did it become that way? A particular political party and certain people looking out for the vested interest of rich people. I'll just say it like that. China too. The West Coast is the best coast, the best place to actually live as far as environment, because I've been to the East, I've been to the South. First time I've been to the South, and I'm just like, oh man, this humidity. The humidity was a beast, for real. Like being humid. I mean, I can deal with hot. Like I've been to Phoenix. Got a cousin, family in Phoenix. And that heat there in Phoenix is a different type of heat. It'd be 113, 114, and it feel like 180. It feel like you walk straight into an oven. Versus 113 in LA. It'll get 113. It's been hot like that. But you got the ocean, and it's not that humidity. And then versus a 113 in Vegas versus 113 in San Diego, there's a difference. You can live closer to the coast, especially on the West Coast, and just it's bearable. The weather, you good. And plus, there's a lot of variety when it comes to food, different cultures, all that. Like, so weather's good, different cultures, different foods, because you got a guy, he created a fusion of Mexican and Korean kogi. And if you ever had a kogi, like the kogi truck, man, like just you could get real creative out here because you got a lot of different people and with food and stuff. So there's a lot of good things on the West Coast. You'd have a lot more people migrating to California if it wasn't for certain policies and the price of living going up, and then the cost of living going up, the price is going down as far as like income, bringing in money, stuff like that. Businesses are not doing a lot of business in California as well. Hollywood, pretty much for the most part, there's not a lot going on in Hollywood. You don't have to be in California or Hollywood to really break it into the entertainment industry no more. So a lot of things have changed, and just the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? California is a cool place, but it's just too much. It's too much politics. It's too much going on when you're dealing with I'll keep it a buck, the Democrats. When you're dealing with certain, and the Democrats done black people dirty for the longest. The benign neglect policy that the Democrats do. We had a push for reparations for black folks, it especially in Los Angeles. It happened in San Francisco, but the black population in San Francisco is so minuscule and small. It's kind of like whatever, but you got a lot of disadvantaged black families in California and in Los Angeles for the most part. And man, you had so much opposition. You had so much opposition for reparations. It was just like, it was ridiculous. You actually had council members on the city council of LA, Nuni Martinez, on tape saying, disparaging things about black people. The DA, get the guy's name, but the DA once upon a time in Los Angeles, they were mentioning him, and she was like, "Oh, he's with the blacks. F him. He's with the blacks." Like, damn, y'all hate black people that much? Well, again, America hates black people that much, and we'll talk about that, but I don't want to get too much in that. All I'll say is all the stuff that's going on in Africa, and I be paying attention to like certain content creators who are like anti-African. Been paying attention to them for years. When Colin Powell pretty much they were going to start this thing called AFRICOM. I believe it was like kind of like United States of Africa, and Colin Powell was like heavily influenced the whole situation and was like, yeah, why not have black Americans troops over there handling business? Of course it would be good for the United States. This was in the 90s, right? It would have been great for the United States because the development that's going on in Africa right now, it's an underdeveloped continent, but it has the potential. China's pretty much next. We are in the United States. We are at 250 years, July 4th. Sirius rising, that energy is the birth of America. It was a reason why it was, July 4th, because that was the, just like we had just passed the summer solstice, we got July 4th. Sirius will be the brightest in the sky. It's an energetic thing. United States is Sirius rising. Every 250 years, the empires, for the most part, they begin their decline. China's next. China will probably be popping for 50, 75, I don't know, but their population, Africa's right after that. And see, the United States could have been positioned to have quote unquote African Americans setting up shop in Africa, doing our thing. Economically, we could have things going on there economically. We could have airlines. We could have a lot. They despise so-called African Americans so much. They were like, nah, we ain't finna do that. We're not finna empower them. Like John Henry Clark say, we have no friends. The only thing black people owe anybody is an ass whooping. Anyway, let me not get on my y'all feel me? I'm just going. I'm just spitting. I ain't even paying attention to the chat. But to answer your question, there's a different type of racism out here in California too, where it's called West Coast racism. In the South, it's blatant. I don't like you, boy. They'll tell you, boy, you call me a boy, bust you upside your mother head, right? They will be like, boy, I don't like you. Out here, they'll smile in your face and act like they like you, but then behind the scenes be plotting y'all. I'm telling you, man, it's different out here. So a lot of black folks are just like, boom, I got homies. My boy, I ain't gonna put him out there, but he know who he is. Shout out to you. He went off to Mobile, Alabama, or Birmingham, I believe, right? And he said it's cool. It ain't like home, but it's cool. And I get it. But that's the answer to your question. Jag, are you coming up? Or are you just, what are you doing? What's up? Are you coming up? Do you need me to bring you up? I don't know what's going on. Because this is your platform too. We're simulcast broadcasting on both. That is what we're doing. Let me see what's going on. Oh, there you go. Okay. Jaguar Wright's in the building.
What it do? I ain't gonna lie. I'm snacking.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. No, you can. I'll continue to. I'll just continue to get busy, do what I need to do. We are on Set in the West. You're on Set in the West, and you are on the Jaguar Wright Effect. And the topic of today is taking y'all back to school. no particular topic. I just said let's just do this because we haven't even really did we haven't done a whole bunch of just pop-ups anyway, and everyone's kind of asking questions. Let me see. Hold on. I know you see in the chat. You peep in the chat. Um. Okay. It's dry in Hollywood. People don't live there like that. Hell nah. This is like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen. There was a famous photo of a time, and it represented some stuff. I don't know if you ever seen it, Jag, where the oh heck, where the Hollywood sign was pretty much deteriorating, like in the 70s, I believe. Oh, you still over there eating, huh? Okay. She's still over there snacking, y'all. Give her a minute. Give her a minute. Um, the Hollywood sign was deteriorating, and it was like the O was knocked over. The one of the L's was like it was all jacked up.
Don't
That's
mind me. I'm about to start sniping. I'm just trying to figure out whose channel he's on.
Oh wait, hold on. What's going on? I need.
Do
I'm
yourself
not
a
even.
favor, Billy. I don't know what you're talking about you here to stay, but that was a quick descent.
Hold on.
Bye, Billy. I
Billy.
just banned him.
Okay.
No,
I
Billy
needed.
came into
I
the
needed to
chat
see what he said.
to spam a bunch of crap,
Mm-hmm.
trying to destroy the stream. See, this is what happens when you leave it open.
Well, he's likely on my channel. Don't trip.
Yeah.
I did subscriber mode only for you, but maybe we should change that up. Yeah, we just over here just trying to have a conversation, and then people get
Now
on
I've
here
been
and act
noticing
stupid.
there are a lot of bots that are moving about from chat to chat.
Yeah.
We had a subscriber that made a good pull the other day.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for that.
Yep.
But I saw that same bot in another content creators chat where he was, catering. They were catering to this, and it was a racist bot.
Oh wow.
It was kicking a bunch of race, heavily racial jargon, whatever the case may be. So yeah, all of that. I don't know who Billy was, I don't know. Billy got popped in the parking lot for all I care. But what I will say is yeah, we'll shut this whole shit down if we need to.
Yeah. Yep. And that's why we have the security gates up on the platforms, y'all. Like on, you just got a bunch of weirdos out here, man. Like, man, a whole bunch of damn weirdos, right?
Yeah, but you also have people with, agendas, because why do they have bots running around different channels targeting to disrupt and to just create like hate vibes? There's something wrong in America right now. And it's so interesting because you were, just talking about, West Coast racism versus down South racism. And it reminds me of something that I was telling you that my dad said. And I think I shared it while we were live on the channel. Just my dad said, after living up north for as long as he did, he appreciated Southern racism because at least they were honest about it and they did it to your face. They didn't make no excuses about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you're talking about on the West Coast, same on the East Coast. It's worse. They befriend you. They pretend like they care about you. They get close to you. They find out everything about you. And then they gaslight you. And then even when they're discovered, they sit there and play like they were trying to look out for you. Like it's kind of wild how that is, how that works. There was someone not long ago that came into my life, and it was so weird because I'm not going to get into names or anything like that. But what I will say is this person was Caucasian, and they came in. They came in. I'm nobody's. You know, it, do y'all remember The Color Purple? You remember the movie The Color Purple?
Yeah.
Do you remember Miss Millie, the character Miss Millie?
Was that the one Oprah played or?
No, Oprah played Sophia.
Okay. Nah, I don't know.
But Miss Millie, she was, I believe, the mayor's wife. And she would come around and say, "Oh, look at you! Oh, your precious little black faces! Oh, look
Oh
at
yeah,
you!
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
gonna be my maid? Will you be
I
my
remember,
maid? I'm gonna. Oh
yeah, I remember
yes,
that.
Miss Millie. It could. Oh my God! I've always been nice to you people.
You people.
You
You
know,
people.
but I say all that to say this woman she had a Miss Millie to her.
Okay.
And you know, 2000s Millie. But I remember when she started trying to create like dissension and distrust between, me and someone else that's in my life who's black. And it was funny because even though that person had never shown any signs of disloyalty or um something that, someone that just wasn't reliable, someone that you couldn't count on, she was always finding something. Like it was little, you need to trust me more than you trust that person. You need to believe me more than you believe that person. And I know you've known that person longer than me, but trust me, I have your best interest at heart. And the only thing she didn't say is like, you gonna be my maid, you know. And it's wild because even when I started to like rearrange how I behaved with that person, how I act with that person, they sat up there like they were totally oblivious to the fact that, they had infringed in some way. Or maybe they need to change the way that they operated with me. And it was just wild because I'm like, some people are so personality blind and so set in their ways that they really just don't realize who they are
Yeah.
or what they're doing
Yeah.
or whether or not they're offending or causing harm. And I kind of feel that way, because I heard you talking about the Democratic Party. I feel that way about the Democratic Party. And it's kind of wild because I, there are so many blacks that are like heavily invested into creating this stereotype that black people need to trust the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party is the party for you. And I'm like, they know that that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
salute. Thank you, Humble Waters. They know
Yeah.
that
Thank you.
that's bullshit. They know. They know it's bullshit. They know it's full of lies. So like all I can say is when I look at just like right now, like this summer, I'm telling y'all, if y'all think we've seen racially charged, y'all better get yourselves prepared because the Rick Chow verdict and the Carmelo Anthony uh trial, that's just the beginning. I got a
Yeah.
feeling they're about to start pushing a lot heavier. A lot heavier. They want us all to hate each other. Like I really do wish that we were a country and we were a nation where we could see past color, where we could, because the truth is, The technocracy is coming, and the technocracy don't give no damn about no race.
Yeah, while they're getting all this, while they're running a race program, because that's what it is. It's a
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
While they're running that, what they're going to do is they've been setting up, pretty much everything to fortify that. That's why I was lightweight talking about AI a little bit earlier. We can talk about that, but yeah, they're gonna, while they're in the backdrop doing all what they do, getting all this money, getting all this government funding to build up all these data centers. They're gonna push hate. Look at Twitter or X. Elon Musk is you know punk ass. It's a haven for racism. You could say ninja, but don't say uh anything derogatory about a Jew on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or say Zionist, or like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're in a backdrop doing what they're doing, and they gonna try to keep us with this race program. But
They're keeping us busy. They're
I
keeping
don't
us
think it's
busy
gonna
with the
work.
race program. They're keeping us busy with the Epstein cover up. They're keeping us busy with a lot of stuff. They're throwing every ounce of monkey crap that they can at us. And by the time it slows down, you're just going to have robots telling you it's curfew and it's time to get inside.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Like, while we're so busy hating each other, I don't think we even realize this is the time where humanity as a whole forgets your color. Humanity as a whole needs to start finding ways to mend fences, because it's going to be us against the machines.
Real spill. One of my OGs say, and it's true. We're not like they got this whole race program going. Like, we're not gonna be fighting white boys. We're gonna be fighting robots. He said that years ago, and I thought about that. It's like, damn, that's about right.
Look,
Know what I mean?
hold on a second. I'm looking for an image that I want to pull up, because I just really want people to get it, because I don't think people really get it. Like, they got warehouses, right? They got warehouses of these things sitting around,
Yeah. Yeah.
ready to go to work. So we need to ask ourselves, like, what exactly is it, that we're doing here? Like, people are really, they're just not, these Tesla bots. Hold on a second. Let me pull up this.
Take your time.
Mr. I was a trillionaire for 15 minutes. Ain't that funny how that went? He was a trillionaire and then he wasn't.
Well, I mean,
Like, I think that should let people know exactly how bogus, and I meant that bogish, not bogus,
bogish.
but bogish. This crap is that we got here, the stuff that they try to make us believe. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna close that because this is just
iRobot.
an image.
Yeah. iRobot.
Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing because I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what
What
happened.
happened? You were about to share something
I
and it went away.
Yeah, I know. Um, it just, like, it threw up an ad, and then it gave me a whole bunch of crap. Hold on a second.
Okay.
No, because it's giving me a whole bunch of crap for absolutely no reason at all. I have no idea. But I just wanted people to see this image. Hold on a second. All right, I got it. I got it. Because when you see it, it hits a little different when you see it.
All right. Let me see. Let's see.
Here we go. Like, I want people to look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a
Yep.
fleet.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I want you to think
They
about what that looks like.
they already setting up the play. We don't need police officers. They'll start with like security guards. Somebody said iRobot too. They'll start with like domestic workers, security guards, stuff like that. Then oh, we can't trust police officers. We don't, so much corruption. Um
Human error is what they'll cite.
yep.
Human error. They'll sit there and they'll tell you how much better it's going to be. Oh my goodness, you don't have to worry about a police officer getting scared and breaking protocol and taking someone's life. They'll use stories like that poor little baby, that 1 year old
Mm-hmm.
that just got
Mm-hmm.
unalived by that officer.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make that the story for why it'll be so much better to have these people policing your neighborhood than actual human beings. You want to
Right.
know the difference though? Listen to me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Quinn said,
Mm-hmm.
Jag, it looks like Star Wars Return. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you
Mm-hmm.
think they allow these things to make it to your box office? It's predictive programming. See? This is the future. This thing can't feel.
And it doesn't have an allegiance or an alliance to the American
Yeah.
citizens. Like peep game, before they even get this, it's going to be a step. You've already saw peep the whole thing. Y'all know about Venezuela. We'll talk about the Venezuela earthquake too if y'all want, but y'all know like the whole thing with Venezuela, and them going to go capture, oh boy, there was the alleged rumored super soldier.
Yeah.
You will see that like progressively be a thing where it's like, there's going to be these certain operations where you'll see a lot more of the super soldier situation, and then you'll see the Attack of the Clones, them, because they're going to infuse man with the robot, with the AI. That like they got to do that. They got to. They've already been doing it, but they got to do it to then get you ready for like, oh no, them super soldiers is too much, and then plus they're still people too. Then they'll put in the robots. Yeah.
I'm just saying. While we're busy sitting around fighting over things like color and fighting over things like class and fighting over things, mm-mm, mm-mm. We are so far behind in the game. We are so far behind in the game. Like,
This a bad segue, but since you said fighting,
mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. And salute to you, Donna. Donna says, not a robot, but a machine. It must have an off switch that we can reach. Well, that's
well,
the important thing about understanding technology. Gives you a fighting chance.
exactly. But let's pivot real quick. Ray J versus Orlando Brown. I thought this was fake. Apparently, this is a real thing. I'm trying to verify. The climate that we're in right now, and I like that comment that someone put. Bread and Circus. This is part of the Bread and Circus program. You guys know what Bread and Circus is referencing. When Rome was falling, they gave the people bread and circus.
Mm-hmm.
The plebes. Orlando Brown versus Ray J. I guess this is a real thing on Zeus. So they're supposed to be the undercard because Clarissa Shields fighting Kay Scott. So this happens in about 6 weeks.
A nothing fight.
Yeah.
A nothing fight. And And she's being called out now finally, because she's taking a bunch of nothing fights with a bunch of no nothing nothings. Like, and this is what Papoose set her up for, because he's the one that made the deal with Zeus.
Oh, hmm.
He's the one that set the deal up with Zeus. Everyone, I thought it was supposed to have been for a reality TV show, but apparently, you know, apparently they're doing fights now on Zeus, which is interesting because it's like, I guess they've been looking at what Aiden Ross has done with brand risk
Yeah,
and Rainbet, and I guess
yeah.
they decided that they wanted to get in on some of that too. And I don't know, is Zeus suffering? Is Zeus suffering over there? Are they not doing as well as they once were?
I haven't looked into the financials, or I know a few things about the Zoo situation. D Storm, a bunch of the original investors, and then they got jerked. As far as their business model and how they do what they do, I mean, I guess what they charge, like $3.99 or something like that, $4.99. I'm not sure. Um, and the thing is if you got a million people giving you $4.99, $3.99 a month,
A month.
you're okay for small operation. It's not I mean, that's pretty decent as far as what you can program, what you need to put out there. This though would be a almost like a cash grab if you really think about it.
Oh,
But my
absolutely.
but my question is this whole Ray J situation, right? Like, let's give him a little backstage peek, because let's go back to Orlando Brown. I remember when Orlando Brown was at Real Life and you were there. I was about to punch his little punch. I'll just say punch Buggy, this little buddy. But my thing is, he was saying, we were talking, because he and I were talking about Ray J, and I was, and he was, oh, I got Ray J number. I said, yeah, okay. So they're this is, of course, they know each other. This is a, you know,
They
um,
cool.
is this something to where Ray J, because there was the whole thing where Ray J said that he was about to expire, but then he went and fought Super Hot Fire, and then that whole little debacle, and now we got this.
Mm.
I need some explanations as far as how is Ray J getting out, like if his heart isn't pumping like he said it is, and how is this?
How does he keep getting cleared for fights if he's on the verge of passing away? He walked away from that brand risk fight with Super Hot Fire and took his ass to the hospital after he made the mistake of pretty much airing out the fact that him and allegedly his manager tried to fix that fight. I do believe Aiden Ross didn't pay him. I think he pulled his purse for that.
Mm.
And there was supposed to be the investigation, and the feds were supposed to be looking at what was going on, especially considering that word it came out that Ray J, along with a bunch of alleged gang members, ran up on Super Hot Fire and told him that he needed to let Ray J win. Like, all of this has been going around, and then that got quiet, and then the investigation, and now that's quiet. Um, I got an issue with Whack 100. I just do, because I'm looking at the way he's operating. I'm looking at the things he's got going on. And there's no way I would have ever let him fight if I had known that this was going on, Whack said. I would have never let no fight happen. It was all over social media. Chris Brown showed up to the daggone thing. What you mean you didn't know, as nosy as you are, running around looking for who you going to allegedly set up with the law next? Like, come on, man.
Right.
How didn't you know? Everybody knew but you. You know, with your how do you say, your cheddar cheese biscuit face?
Red Lobster cheddar cheese biscuits face. Shout out to Whack 100 on Pyru. My whole thing is this. I think,
Like they should have used his face for why you needed to get the Puff Daddy acne cream.
oh, the proactive. Damn. Well, he wouldn't have been a good spokesperson because look at the results. But look, my thing is this. Whack be doing all kind of stuff in the backdrop. We already know Whack. We know you. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's tied in with some other people that we kind of already know, because Ray J was on the verge of saying, he was going to expose the Kardashians
I know.
before this whole debacle happened. And now all of a sudden he's under investigation.
I
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
That was a hell of a switcheroo.
Ain't no
I'm just
fun when a
wondering.
rabbit got the gun.
I'm just wondering, is Wack going, like, is he going to say that he didn't know about this fight either with this whole flyer out here? Because he said himself that Ray J is very sick and
Yeah.
has no business being
Yeah.
in a ring.
Yeah.
So how are you promoting another fight?
Well, like I
Like,
said,
what kind of manager are you
I
that your client keeps making all of these deals that you don't know anything about? It sounds like Ray J need to fire Wack.
yeah, take advice what Game did, allegedly, right? So lining up situations, your manager should line you up for things that will be not a detriment to your career. If you are in a situation where you came out publicly and said, you had health issues, and then all of a sudden you're in this fight, boxing, and then the scandal that goes on with behind it, your manager seems to be lining you up like he allegedly lined up Big U. That's what the streets say, allegedly. I'm gonna just say it like that. So that's why I said I'll be
I mean,
keeping my eye on that guy.
if you listen to Wack 100 close enough, he say he lined up Big U.
If that was, I'm gonna still say allegedly, because you know how he do. He literally had a X tape, a tape out on him, or not. Well, I ain't gonna even say a tape. I'll just say something came out, and he wanted people to run with it so that he could sue them. So this dude is
Yeah.
just a master manipulator of all of the internet.
I don't know if he's a master manipulator. I don't know if I would give him that much credit. What I will say is he's a simp ass bum. He's a simp ass bum that knows how to, like, you can tell what kind of inmate he was when he was in prison. You can tell that he worked with the officers when he was in prison. You could tell that he was reading the prison manual to see what violations it would take to get somebody thrown in PC, or to get somebody some extra time, or to have somebody. You can tell he was that kind of dude. You can tell he was the kind of dude that was scamming out on somebody else's commissary. Like, you can tell he was that nigga that was standing in line watching somebody fill up their commissary bag to see how he could find a way to scam some extra summer sausage. You know, you can tell.
Yeah.
But the truth is, this is a mess. Orlando ain't nothing but what, 5'4"? Because he's
Barely.
shorter than me.
And he had high heels on when I saw him.
He's barely, like, maybe 5'3". Ray J ain't nothing but what, 5'8", maybe 5'9". Number one, who wants to see a couple flyweights? Who wants to see a couple flyweights? Orlando gonna be drunk and Ray J gonna be high. What kind of fight is this?
That's like the deaf man fighting the blind man.
Or, you know, Sanford fighting Grady. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Fred
That's a good.
Sanford and Grady.
That's a good one.
Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby. That's Ray J.
Right. And Orlando Brown is Grady. Yeah, that's a good one.
That would make a hell of a meme. Maybe we should make our own fight,
That's what we gonna have to.
our own fight fly. Like this is pathetic. This is pathetic.
I mean, and I brought that up just to say, like, look, the bread and
No,
circus.
it's pathetic because this is the part of the undercard for Clarissa Shields.
I
Like,
think
bitch, you ain't a serious fighter no more. You ain't
more
a
people,
serious fighter no more.
more people gonna be interested in watching that. They're gonna
You
be
want to know
interested in
what?
watching.
I'm gonna put my money on Orlando.
Okay, all right.
After the way I saw Super High Fire tap Ray J on the nose, and Ray J sat there looking confused, dazed and confused. Like, I'm gonna put my money on Orlando, and the reason why is because he needs that money probably to pay the lease at his chicken shack
The $1 Million Chicken Shack. I might
that
have to
I've
pull
heard
up.
that I've heard more people complain about than anything.
Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me see if my guy got this, because this $1 Million Chicken Shack reminds me of God.
$1 million chicken shack.
Where did yeah, where did come on. My guy came up with this damn short film.
Let me
I help
find
I,
out
I helped him.
a Yaki chicken farm truck got hijacked and ended up.
Right. God, I can't find it, man. McClucky. My guy came up with this thing. If I can find it, I'll play it for y'all. This is hilarious. He came up with this skit. What his dude was working at this spot called McClucky's. And the dude first day was there, he was working, and he used to serve Yay on the side, but he got to go get a real job. And then, he brought it to the job, and the police was after him. So, how you got the flour? He dumped all that Yay in the flour, right? And they just went ahead and made the chicken. And they serving and serving. The next day, the line was just crazy around it, like, and that was the whole premise of it. It was just like that just reminded me of Orlando's $1 Million Chicken. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, what is it?
He
Special
wouldn't have
herbs and
wasted.
spices?
He wouldn't have
He
wasted
would have
that.
been.
He wouldn't have
He would
wasted
have.
that. He wouldn't have wasted that. Nobody would have got their order. He would have ate it all himself.
He'd be like, I'm gonna eat your food. I'm gonna tell you how it tastes.
People was ordering, he was eating and stopping at Kentucky Fried Chicken so he'd have something to deliver when he was making his drop-offs.
Orlando's McClucky Fried Chicken. That is hilarious. But yeah, he has a thing
No,
called
but
$1 Million Fried Chicken.
let's be real. What kind of serious fighter would fight with that kind of undercard?
Now, it's a joke.
Clarissa Shields is for the internet streets.
Yeah.
No real Olympian would do this. And this is what Papoose set her up for. She signed to the label. Anybody here, other than that AI music where she was singing in the background sounding bad, and they couldn't even like mix the AI version of the song up enough over her, you could still hear her in the background. Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Papoose is her manager, or he's just her new handler?
Well, I don't know.
Because the truth is, whatever prestige she may have had, it's gone. It's gone. Ain't nobody taking her seriously. And if she gets into one of these fights with one of these bums and they knock her out, she done.
There's no coming back. Like she hasn't. I mean, she calls herself the GWOAT, but I mean,
Number one, that just that never sat right with me because
it it, sa- it
it
sounds
sounds
like I ain't gonna say what it sounds.
it sounds like a crackhead. I'm the GWOAT. It sounds like some old crackhead stuff. It do. And
It
I
sounds like
understand that
was
it's
your
supposed
boy
to
Rackham
rack 'em, rack ball. Yeah, rack
I'm
'em
sorry.
Willie. Wouldn't it be funny if that was her daddy? Bound
Oh,
144. Magnolia Street. I synced them. They was fighting with the
oh,
GWOAT. And I said, I want to stick my pee-pee in a warm bowl of pudding. That was the kind of stuff that Rackham Willie was on. Rest in peace, Rackham Willie. I said Whackham Willie. Lord have
whack.
mercy.
No. I'd pay to see Whack-A Willie fight like who's that one bum that was Notorious BUM or the dude that was running around
I
singing that
would
song.
I would have paid good money to see Rackham Willie fight Charleston White.
Oh, that would be good. Damn. We got the AI. We might as well like set that up. Like I don't think we could.
That would be
We got
awesome.
we got AI. I'll be playing with man. Let's do it. Whack him. Rack. He just come out.
Like
Rack him.
Rackham Willie be sitting in the, in between, the bell go off, he go to his corner
Mm-hmm.
and he pull out his fifth of vodka
And just down it.
and down it, and then the ding, and he back up there, and then he hit Charleston in his good eye with the bottle. And then Charleston just wandering around the ring. I can't see. I can't good.
When he's like, every time he hit him, he
Rack
goes,
him,
rack him.
rack him, rack ball, bang.
Every time he hit him, rack him.
I
That's-
can't.
That's more like a video game. That's more like Mike Tyson Punch Out, Charleston White Punch Out.
Oh, Lord.
You got
have
Ray J.
mercy.
Ray J could be Glass Joe. Orlando could be like Piston Honda or something. You know what I'm saying? Or the Flamingo guy. Was it Don Flamingo?
Did you say Piston or Honda?
Piston Honda. Yeah, you didn't play Mike Tyson Punch Out back day?
No, I never
Yeah,
got into it.
Oh yeah,
I
it was.
thought
It
you
was.
were saying somebody Piston a Honda.
Oh no, his name was called Piston Honda. He was Japanese. The only Japanese they were universal with their racism back then. You had
Lord have mercy.
Don Flamingo. He was the yee-tee-tee. He was the sweetness. He'd come out with a rose, and he'd be all like like that. You had the black dude. We had a couple of black dudes. You had Bald Bull, big old,
Lord,
I think they had like an
can't.
Italian. They had like an Italian representation. Like they
I
dogged everybody out.
can't.
Asians. Yeah.
The funny thing is Mike Tyson has been like a hero to our generation, right? For a long time. And when I look at him now, it's just like, what the hell were we thinking? Like the second that I heard him co-sign Clarissa Shields, I knew he was down with the Schluminati because he knows that bitch is trash. And it just kind of made me think to myself, like, it's really gotten to the point where you're really going to say anything for money. You're really going to do anything for money. I don't know. But I get it. This is a mess because you know that's not his kid, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I
That's
never
not
knew,
his
like,
son.
right.
That's not his son.
Like, what is going? What in the AI is this? Amir Tyson.
That's not his son.
Wow. I'm-
That's
they
not his
are.
son.
They are.
I don't even think he was at that fight.
No, I don't think so either.
They just photoshopping stuff and putting stuff together. Like anybody, they're just gonna make him anybody daddy.
Yeah.
Just out of Pappy on some life shit.
On some more.
Who's
shit,
this chocolatey baby daddy? Out of Pappy. Are you serious? This
That's what I
shit
was
is
like.
ridiculous.
I saw this and I was like, this is not real.
That's not his kid. Isn't little boy jabbing? Yeah, he jabbing. Is he fighting? Yeah, he fighting. But that's not. No. And I
Is there
don't
a
know.
real?
There's something about him in them eyes. That little boy, something in his eyes just off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just something. There's something there that just says he ain't all there.
If something says he's about, I would say maybe 3 cans short of a 6-pack.
3 cans. Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's 3 cans.
Look at him. They got him sitting there like an old man. Go, Junior. Go. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
By the way, what happened to the fight with him and Floyd?
What? That's a good question. What happened to that? Hold on. That's a good question.
Speaking of fights,
Yeah. They were.
I think
they
that got
rumored,
canceled or something. I don't know.
No. I think it's been postponed. So this is what they're saying right now
Wait
about
until
it.
after Floyd's been convicted. They will postpone it.
Hold on.
What they gonna do?
So it's a fight in the Congo, right? That's what's supposed to be going on.
Which is interesting, because you know they trace his lineage back to the Congo.
Yeah. This is alleged. This is from Angela Yee. Rescheduled, I guess. Should we play it?
On April 25th, tentatively.
I mean,
why do y'all sound so unenthused?
Well, first of all, having it over there and not somewhere in the States makes it less appealing for people like me.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't win anyway, but I just feel like more people would have won if it was in the States. That's all.
Mike Tyson's like 135 years old.
Okay, all right. They clowning. All right. And she said it would be less appealing. I mean, Ali fighting. Where did Ali fight? His most
Thriller in
famous fight?
Manila. The Thriller in
Philippines.
Manila. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say it's postponed.
Brandon Nesbitt, save your money and stop sitting in the chat trying to promote black on black crime.
I'm not even saying nothing about that. I'm not.
Stop trying to promote black on black crime. Just stop.
I'm not saying nothing about. I mean, speaking of verses, there was a B2K versus.
Yeah, that everybody missed. Everybody missed.
Right. Nobody
even knew.
Nobody
even knew it happened.
Yeah.
Victims for Life tour. Nobody even knew it happened.
Victims on the road. Road victims.
Like I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Salute, Auntie Leah. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Shout out to our moderator,
Auntie Lee in the building. Y'all
Auntie
go
Leah
follow.
in the building. She over there doing what she doing. And y'all should be there to support it. I'm telling you right now, I don't. What else were we supposed to talk about that we missed that happened that we
Yeah,
didn't
it was
talk
something
about?
else. That's what I was
There's
trying
a
to.
couple other things
I
that
was
we
trying to wreck.
missed.
I'm wrecking my brain. But
It's so
rest
much
in peace.
bullshit.
Well, I ain't gonna say. Look, rest in peace. Um, Minister Louis Farrakhan's wife passed away. It's sad. They've
Yes,
been
Mother
married like what,
Khadijah passed
70,
away.
72 years, 74 years. They've been married, something like that.
Yeah, that's called devotion.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Like that's how it used to be. Black people be married and stayed married. Like it was none of that, divorce
Yeah.
talk.
Well, I mean, once upon a time, it was different. People were different. Um, America has devalued family and marriage so badly. Like people don't even think about the benefits of spending your life with someone, literally
Mm-hmm.
being known by someone and someone knowing you.
You know
Like
what I think it is?
what?
We're that last generation that maybe could attest to this, but when you got to know people, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there were girls that I known growing up, know their family, stuff like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know their background. You know a lot about them. And as you get older, maybe you meet new people. Same thing. You get to know them, and you know more about their background. Obviously, like the way the internet work now is crazy. Back day though, like if Jamie was whoop 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 this that, like everybody would know. So it's like you know that person, and then you know their family. You know them more on a more intimate level. Whether you decide to get with them or not, it's really like, see, when you get with somebody, it's not just about okay, you liking them or whatever. It's about compatibility, but it's also about trust. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna get with someone you don't trust.
Yeah.
Unless you're stupid. A man definitely is not gonna get with someone who they can't trust. So if they don't know the background, they don't know their history. We can talk about the body count of Jennifer Lewis too. We talk about that later. But if you don't know,
Do we have to? I mean, we
well,
can.
I mean, with this conversation. But you man and female, male and woman, man and woman, trust is very important. And then if you know their background, that's a different dynamic. I think a lot more people know each other kind of like in passing, don't really know the people, and maybe Instagram is perfect. You look at someone's life, and let's say you just follow them on Instagram, and you look and the perception of, or really what it is, what they curate, what they want you to see is what they put out there, but they don't talk about the hurt or the issues that they have, and then a lot of people aren't even doing shadow work. That's a whole nother conversation. Shadow work is a whole thing, but the main thing is trust, and then really knowing someone. In this day and age, can you really, let's just start with knowing someone. It's gonna be rare that you're gonna find someone that you really are gonna know. Motherfuckers be having double lives, man and women, double lives. And we saw with the Maternal Instinct documentary with the sister, not sister, my bad, that demon who did all that. And it's like, I think we got a lot of psychotic individual psychosis, mass psychosis, when it comes to just people in general in America. And that's why marriages are not going to really be a thing.
Well, number one,
long-term marriages.
most people are dating people's online personas now.
Yeah.
And most people don't even know how to be themselves offline. They don't even know how to deal with themselves offline. So it's like like I remember dating when I was younger, and and I'm nobody's angel. I did a lot. I had a lot of fun. I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of stuff. Um, I didn't have extremely long relationships with either of the people that I married before I married them. Um, like, so for me, I was committed to getting to know who I was with, but that didn't work out so good because the truth is both of the people that I married were liars. And this was before social media. Well, no, because one was before social media really became social media, and then the other was, afterwards. But like, I don't know, like it's there's a spirit of just lying in this country that makes it almost impossible for you to really get involved with anyone. Like I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm the only honest person or whatever, and that I've never been deceitful in my past, because no, I've had moments where I've been deceitful, but I've grown to become the kind of person that understands not only the value of transparency, but the blessing of it. There's a blessing to being transparent. There's a blessing to not having anything to hide. There's a blessing to feeling comfortable enough to allow yourself to be seen and known. And I think because of the way the world operates now, people are just so caught up on perception. It's, like, and that's what I really don't like about celebrity culture, because I think celebrity culture has really screwed it up bad.
Okay.
Celebrity culture, celebrity relationships, I mean, really, really, really jacked it up. Like, you look at these couples, these celebrity couples, like, why isn't anyone honest about the fact that these people aren't in real relationships? These are orchestrated relationships that were set up to keep people engaged in following them and wanting to emulate them and wanting to live the life that they live, so that you'll buy the stuff that they buy, go the places that they go, do the things that they do, yada yada. Their marriages are their jobs, and the children that they have are their script. It's just a part of a script. That's why most of these celebrity kids are all fucked up, because whatever it is that their families are selling, they know it's not real. They know that that's not happening, and they're forced to be a part of this farce. They're forced to be a part of this lie. Like, you hear Dwayne Wade's son just got arrested for DV?
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't. You want me to pull that up? Because I didn't know too much about it like that. But yeah, I heard about it.
Will and Jada is probably one of the biggest fucking frauds. And it's just sad. Like, they were all in Paris at Jaden's show or whatever, and people were making a big deal because they saw the way Jada pushed past Will, and Will is just focused on, he's just so happy. Like, he's so happy that people want his autograph. He's so happy that people are taking pictures of him. Like, you can see how happy he was to just be wanted by the public. Like, that's what he's married to. She's like, nigga, please. She walks right past him, and people caught that. And now people are like, oh, you could tell that she don't love him. You could tell that they're fake. You could tell this. You could tell that. Oh, like, and it's like, why do we even care? And Willow's there, and they had Trey there, and they were all there to support Jaden because it's the Christian Louboutin rollout, and he works for Christian Louboutin, and he's supposed to be the art director. And from what I heard, all of this shit is just for show. He's not even, like, it's not even him. Like, it's not even like all of this. It's just ridiculous. Northwest is running around. Like, I pray for that girl because she seems to have a fragile psyche, like her father. What's this?
Okay, Dwayne Wade's son, Zaire Wade, arrested, charged with felony domestic violence. I thought Zaire was the one that was
Mm-mm,
transitioning to become a
mm-mm.
woman.
That's Zaya.
Oh, okay. All right. I- So they say he was arrested last week. Felony domestic violence, criminal threats, and false imprisonment. It's in Burbank. Yeah. So yeah, that's what threw me off because I was like, why is the little girl boy that he has is being arrested? And so that's what threw me off. I literally was just like, I didn't know he had Zaire and what do you say, Zane, or what's the other one?
Zaya's birth name was Zion. Zaire and
Oh,
Zion.
okay.
And now Zaya.
So they said, yeah, the charges uh for what he says criminal threats, false imprisonment, booked at 50,000 and released later that day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. That threw me off, like I said, because I literally thought I saw a guy, but then I thought about the son that was transitioning to become a girl or something.
No, that's the older boy. That's Zaire.
Got it.
Zaya's name was Zion.
Got it.
And when I saw this, the first thing that I thought about was Siobhan. I thought about his ex-wife Siobhan.
Okay.
Miss Funches. Because this is her son,
Okay.
just like Zaya is her child as well. And they work so hard to cut that woman out of these boys' lives. Well, these children's lives, because, Zaya no longer. Zaya is now like I don't know. I don't know.
The celebrity kids, they become more, I would say, what, black pilled in relationships. So for those who don't understand that dynamic, if we reference like the Matrix, when Neo was presented the red pill and the blue pill. So what would you do? What would happen to Neo if he took the blue pill?
He would have went right back to being Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. And if he took the red pill, he would go and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. So this whole notion of red pill, blue pill on the dating, on the webs, on the internet, we're indoctrinated. Back to education, we're indoctrinated
Yeah.
to see certain relationships a certain way. Man, woman, that's pretty much, or it could be, a gay relationship, male, female, etc. Right? But it's
Or a trans relationship, because that's also something that's becoming quite regular now, where trans male and but trans males and trans females coming together. So essentially they're in a straight relationship, except both of them have swapped genders.
And that's crazy, but that's a whole nother conversation. But you're right. But again,
there's a lot of women getting their husbands pregnant.
So the relationship, though, with what I was just saying about celebrity kids, where if they're not looking at normal mommy daddy relationship, man, woman, they see what's really going on behind the scenes, they become more black pill. This is where you look at a relationship with no morals, with no judgment of the morals. I'll just say it like that. That's essentially, when you look at certain relationships, that's why I say it's important to do like shadow work, because you really, yeah, like you said, if you're in a relationship and you've dealt with liars or people who have been liars, like I said, it all comes down to trust. If you're not going to be 100% to someone that you can't trust,
Yeah.
so then, you know,
Or maybe you're not going to be 100% yourself because you don't trust yourself.
well, that's why, and
You know,
that's why I was
there's
saying
a
about shadow work.
yeah. And go ahead, get into that. My bad.
No. And the reason why I was bringing all this back with to the relationship situation is because you said about celebrity kids and how they're all, you know, you said a few of them were effed up
Screwed up in the mind.
because of you got to pay attention to what they have seen, where they've come from. Let's go back to what I was originally talking about when you coming up and you know this girl around the corner, you got a crush on her, or you know her family, she knows, you know, like even girls at school, stuff like that. Like you know a little bit more about them, so it's you're going to be a little bit more trusting in knowing their background, and then them y'all sharing certain common interests, and then she knows about you, and then y'all have a commonality, you have a common bond. The celebrity kids, they're looking at fucked up relationships, excuse my French, and then they're like growing up like, well, I'm not finna that, I'm
There's
I'm
nothing
not
to
finna,
believe in.
right. So
There's nothing to believe in. They know that they see how their parents talk when the cameras go off,
right.
when the social media apps are shut down.
Yeah.
They see who they leave the house with,
Yeah.
and it ain't mommy. You know what I mean? They see like all of this stuff that's going on with Tigger right now. Like I got a completely different outlook on what's going on. In my opinion, what's going on with Tigger. Like it's really weird watching everybody going back and forth about, oh, Big Tigger, and he got arrested, and now the video is out, and now there are people that are trying to downplay what's in the video because he grabbed her and he took her and he shoved her and bust her, and her face got busted open on the door, and
Wow.
and people are saying, oh no, he was trying to get her out of his house, but that was her house too. They're married. They're a married couple. You can't just throw your wife out of the house because you don't like what she's doing at that point in time. Everyone keeps talking about, oh my goodness, did you see what she was doing? Do you see how she was acting? Do you see what she was doing? She's crazy. She's this. Everyone's talking about everything else except for one thing. What did she really see in that phone?
That's what I was about to say.
What did she really see in that phone? And the thing was, he was acting so sterile about the whole. He was like, can you give me my phone? Can you give me my phone? Can you please? And the next thing you know, he was like, just give me the phone. And he starts grabbing her to take the phone from her. And understand this, these are like 40 some odd 50 some odd year old people. Well, at least Tigger is. I don't know how old she is, but I know she's old enough to have a child that went missing when she was 10 years old and has been missing for 7 years. So she's definitely in her late 30s. They got a new baby. And apparently he had her arrested last year for DV. And they're still together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a reason why he's still with her. There's a reason why they're still together. Like this kind of toxic behavior has been happening between them for a while. And you want to know the thing that trips me out? Nobody's paying attention to the fact that this dude was pretty much a bachelor until he was damn near 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Got married, apparently, to have a kid. And now we're watching all of this fall apart before his very eyes, right? We're watching all of this fall apart. And everybody's, oh, poor Tigger. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at his co-host on his radio show who's being very adamant about the fact that she hasn't been with him. And when I was looking at the way she was talking, like there's a whole nother aspect to this that I don't think
I know the aspect. Hold on.
there's a whole nother aspect that I'm looking at it as, because my thing is in this day and age, if a woman catches you cheating with a chick on your phone, You know what I'm saying? If a woman catches you cheating, like ain't nobody going through all of that
Jag,
over no
this
chick.
you breaking news. You want to see what she saw on the damn phone?
What's she seeing on the phone? Breaking news. See, everyone forgets about that. Everyone forgets about, how nimble
Why does
Ticket.
the caption say this is him in college? Right? This why the caption at the bottom say, "Do you like what you see?" That is, I'm crying. I'm crying.
Do you like what you see?
Doop, doop, doop.
Cause I love what it do for me.
Hey.
A little remix.
Damn. That's what she saw on the phone.
I'm not understanding how that's supposed to turn a woman on. Yes, I said nimble.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean,
what I don't understand how you can be this flexible in your body and not be this flexible in your life. Like, I'm not understanding. So my thing is, and this is how I feel about it. This is exactly how I feel about it. I do not think, I think him and his co-host were definitely telling the truth. I think he lives in Atlanta. I think he lives in Atlanta. And as much as I hate to say it, a lot of men that I know in Atlanta, especially in the entertainment world and around the entertainment world, are DL. Let's just be real. For crying out loud, weren't you talking to a friend of yours not recently to say he had moved to Atlanta and had to get the hell up out of there because it was too Sodom and Gomorrah for him? Like, unless you were born and raised in that area, most straight men that I know are running from that area.
yeah, the homie that I just was talking about that did the McClucky Chicken skit. Yeah, he went out there and the networking was cool, but he said it was a little too gay. A little too gay. That's all.
It's a lot. Like, I know gay people that go to Atlanta and leave because they say it's too gay. When gay people are saying something is too gay, that goes to let you know what the climate is. And I'm telling you, I do not think, I think he found a woman that he could marry, that was willing to, because I thought it also very interesting that people kept like coming to him saying, hey, your wife is a mess, your wife is crazy, your wife has a missing kid, your wife, Tiggy, you need to watch out because this chick is off the chain, and whoopty whoopty woo. And they say he shut down everybody. He didn't want to hear anything.
That's perfect for him because that would be his leverage, right?
Exactly. Like, if you're looking at it from a lavender marriage point of view, look, I want to have a kid. I've never had a kid. I need you to have this kid. You can do whatever you want to do. You can go to casino all night long. You ain't got to worry about leaving the baby in the car. I got it.
And I'm gonna still be out here busting it open like this right here.
I think I'm sorry though, like, because for him to go through all of that over some text messages with a chick, like, nah, I don't see it making that big a deal. I don't. I do see somebody going through all of that who is worried about keeping something secret that they do not want the world to know. And if they had some kind of agreement that was signed upon marriage, that might have been her out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think that there's more to that situation, a lot more to that situation. And I'm telling you something right now. The one thing that he is not doing is double Dutchmans and splits. He did way too much.
He not doing this, Jag.
So they didn't stay in the seats left. Come on, Rob. Go, Rob.
think that's exactly what he's doing.
He,
I think he finally tried to get in that rope, and it didn't work out for him.
Okay. But
It's a mess.
but that's what I was saying when it comes to like that shadow work, or I mean, see, red pill, blue pill, black pill. If he is just true to himself and just says, well, this is the type of relationship we're gonna do. Like, I give y'all a perfect example.
I know
Have
too
you-
many gay boys from Chocolate City who told me about this man. I never spread no rumors. I never got into it. I could care less. But I've heard too many things about this man for me to believe that, yeah, another woman is the issue in his marriage. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
there's I was gonna just bring up dynamics when it comes to relationships, right? And if you are familiar with Black Mirror, since we're talking about Black Mirror, and if you know about Black Mirror, you know the episode that I'm about to reference, right? And this is just about essentially keeping it a buck, right? Like on some, be who you are type of deal. They had an episode on Black Mirror called Striking Vipers, and it included your guy here, and phenomenal actor.
Oh, I can't even begin. Listen to me. That was the last episode that I watched. They turned me off when I watched this because I watched that to support, because I'm like, oh, Anthony. And I'm like, oh, Anthony. Ew.
Yeah, like I was just like, wait, what? Like this fucked me up. But
when I saw this, I was like, you done ruined. She hate me for me.
yeah, this movie was, I mean, this episode was wild. And I just saw it that one time and I was just like, okay, yeah. Usually Black Mirror episodes I can repeatedly watch. It's dope. It's dope. This was crazy, but this is about relationships. So if you haven't seen this episode, yeah, they had 2 episodes that was dealing with like gay, right?
No, this isn't even about gay. This is about being lost in technology for real.
Ooh,
That's what this is about.
No, okay, you right. See, I just went surface level and just said, okay, it was a gay episode, but in all actuality, you're right. Lost in tech. These 2 were friends. And the reason why I brought up the big ticket
They had
situation,
never had a situation until they started lusting after each other
on the
in
video
the
game.
video game.
Right. Well, no, I was going to the whole situation with his wife, who was that? What was that one chick? I forget her name, but she played his wife. And just at the end, spoiler alert, at the end, how their dynamic was. So look, let's go back. Like you said, lost in
She
technology.
was like, go on ahead, baby, play your game.
And I'm gonna go out here and go play with the. That's what she said.
Like, how is that the answer?
Well, see, backstory, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the episode, I would recommend seeing it because it's good. But it is like it just was disturbing to me.
It was too disturbing to me.
But Anthony Mackie, the character, and his buddy that you see playing video games, there was this game where it was like it get real. It was like a fight game. It's like, so imagine playing Street Fighter, but you're really fighting. You put on these things, you put on this thing on the side of your head, and you're really in the game. So y'all know, brothers, if you grew up in that era, Street Fighter came out when I was in junior high. Y'all remember Chun-Li. And then as Street Fighter kept going, they made Chun-Li thick. You're gonna rarely find some thick Chinese chicks, but they made Chun-Li thick. So you could imagine people's, young boys' imagination running all kind of crazy for a thick Chun-Li. So the guy, I think Anthony Mackie's character was in the game. He played in the cyber. It was a virtual reality or whatever. He was a guy. The dude in the green would always play with this girl. So you're really hitting and fighting, and y'all really are hitting in this video game. You guys are really, it's contact. You feel it, and then the hitting turns into kissing
and heavy petting,
and
then they went further, and it was disgusting. And he was
They
sitting there sneaking away from his wife so he could get on a game, so he could get on some video game, and he could sit there and he could get it in with his
with
friend.
a dude.
Ah.
Right. And but see it. So it's like it was like on the line. That's why I said the gay episode. Am I gay? But it's like, dude, yeah. Okay. So in the video game, it's not your buddy. It's Chun-Li, but you know that's your boy. Like it's So then they met up in real life to see if they could do that in real life.
In real life, because they was that turned on by what was going on in the game.
Chris Davis, yes, like it's like, huh? Yo, this episode is wild. So in real life, they met up.
Wild. It's not wild. It's called paying your dues to the Shluminati, because right after that, he got his gig with Marvel.
Oh yeah, you right. Well, I done heard behind the scenes that Anthony Mackie is, Anthony Nuts Slappy. Anyway,
yeah, he spent a lot of time with the Roots.
Oh shit. Anyway,
and then Tariq was real cool.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow.
I hope they had a great performance last night.
I'm sure they did. I don't know if Dice Raw Juvenile Lyricist Corner Store Terrorist was there.
I don't know.
That's funny. Anyway, yeah, this episode.
Oh, Carl Jenkins.
This episode was crazy, and then at the end, they met in real life to do it, and I guess they didn't do it. I think that's what happened. They didn't do it. It was like what?
They was trying to do it.
Right, but they still continued to do it in the video game.
In the game. Like when it gets to the point where your homie was like, you know how you like it when such and such and such. No, I don't.
Nah, nigga. Nah.
Like they still, like it's weird. It's weird that they were allowed, they allowed their imaginations to go that far with one another. Using the virtual reality video game as a prophylactic.
This is a good one.
Oh, you talking about Sandra Bullock? What do you mean? In what was it? Demolition Man. Yeah, when they didn't touch, and it was
like, oh, you want to have sex? And he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, let's get it popping. She's like, no, put this on. It's like, yeah, put this touch.
Oh, we don't transfer bodily fluids. We don't do any of that. And I'm like, yeah, that's where the world going.
Yeah.
I guess only a human copulation will be good for poor people.
That part. It's gonna be illegal for you to yeah.
Well, let's become outlaws.
Well, that's what they. There you go. But that's what they would do in the case of when we're talking about, if you guys understand how civilizations work. Let's get back to that. We're approaching this energy called Sirius rising. When Sirius is, at its prominence, just like if you guys know about the summer solstice, the 21st of June is, at least in this hemisphere, is when the sun is at its highest point, and the days are longer. And that's the beginning of summer solstice, is certain energy. And the birth of this nation is based on the Sirius rising. The birth of this nation happened 250 years ago. And if you follow civilizations, most civilizations, they don't keep power past 250 years. I mean, you can make some exceptions with like the Kemetic, the Egyptian culture, stuff like that. But we're talking about current cultures. Now we're on the precipice, 250 years, America being a superpower. It's not happening after this, I don't think. Just like how England after the 1800s, that was it for England. England was powerful. Before that,
Yeah.
it was Spain. Spain was powerful. The reason why Cortez went on over there to Mexico to get all that silver was on behalf of Spain. And yeah, then before that, it was what was that? Who was it? Was it Denmark or no? It was
And the
God,
Mexicans are still trying to be down
that's a whole
all
nother.
these years.
That's a whole nother. But anyway, civilizations, current civilizations, that's what happens. It rise and fall. 250 years. We are at the precipice. This is it. I think this is it. China's next, but China will probably be maybe 50 years, maybe. After that, Africa. Because if you look at Africa right now, Africa, the population, the raw mineral resource, all like it's ripe for like I don't know where in Africa, but just Africa. Africa could just, and they've been talking about Gaddafi wanted to unify Africa, and regardless of what, it's going to be somewhere on Africa where the greatest civilization for the 22nd century will arise out of in Africa. That's just facts, and then they'll probably have it for like 500 years guaranteed because of the natural resources, everything. Why you think the Wakanda thing is a thing? But to say but to say what you were saying about population control and birth control, by the time we get there, they probably would try to have some global initiative to where, well, you can't have babies naturally. You got to do this. You got to just because in Africa, look, they ain't tripping on birth control. It's just they're just over there. They're living. It's popping. So yeah, the Demolition Man thing would be a real thing potentially, and by the time it's Africa's turn to become the great superpower, wherever in Africa. But that's just my analysis. That's what I may be wrong. Elon Musk may take this shit to Mars, and Mars will be the superpower. I don't know.
Listen to me. I can't with Elon Musk, and I wish people would stop talking about him like he's anything other than the supervillain that he is. He's a villain.
Who was the bad guy from that tricked that made Darth Vader Darth Vader? Hold on. I'm looking it up. I forgot with the hood. Yeah, the guy with the hood. Yeah, Sith Lord. That's Elon Musk, y'all. That is Elon Musk. Sidious. Is that his name? Yes, Sidious. That's Elon Musk, and I say that because I think when it comes to that lore, as far as like what the whole Star Wars franchise is about, and then how to really become a Jedi, and it's in your heart and all that or whatever. Palpatine, is that his name? Is it if y'all know who I'm talking about, right?
There we go. Elon
is this guy, but in the future, like, because Elon think he's benevolent. Elon think he's just Elon really is a piece of shit.
You should talk to his girlfriends. All you gotta do is talk to his baby mamas. They'll tell you.
Elon's a piece of shit.
I tell you what, though, when Ashley St. Clair talked about how she turned down the $40 million and the non-disclosure agreement, and ever since she's done that, he's been hauling her ass into court. It got me to thinking about why Amber Heard won't speak a word. She took that money and she signed that paper.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's why she ain't tripping. Because Hollywood, after that Johnny Depp trial, she's pretty much over. She signed that paper and she got that $40 million. She won't say a word about Elon Musk.
Not at all.
And it's funny because from what, some sources have said, he did her real bad. He did her dirty. Scared the crap out of her.
Elon is so. Let me let y'all in on something that's just what I think. When we talk biblical and they say the returning of Christ and stuff like that. Um, it could be the actual Christ, it could be the consciousness of Christ, whatever. But these people behind the scenes, they know something's coming,
Oh, I know.
and their whole thing is to get us to not believe in ourselves and to believe in higher power or just believe in um, us even potentially being, like better,
Amen.
Christ conscious, like everything that you deal with it on this plane, it's material and it's for the most part low vibration. It's
Very much so.
fear. It's fear. Like you step
All fear
outside,
based.
if you pay attention to the news, you step outside, there's fear. Oh my God, I can get hit by a car. I can get shot. I can, like that. It's about fear. It's not about thriving. It's not about going outside and thinking, oh well, I mean, everything is here, fresh air, water, touch the earth.
That's why they allow these internet terrorists to stay online, harassing people. And haven't y'all noticed that the people who do the most illegal things online get damn near carte blanche to do it and very rarely get taken down?
Yeah.
They're there to just enhance that fear vibration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're there for, to keep it going.
You could be online researching to better yourself, better your community, because that's ultimately, like, in all honesty, information is out there to help you better yourself. Imagine, if you're going to use Chat GTP, why not say, hey, my blood type is this, what type of diet should I be to have a longer quality of life? You could do that, but we do, it's other stuff. You could use it to better your community. Like, let's clean up the dirt, let's clean up the soil, get all these microparticles out of it. Let's, like it's a lot that can be done with the internet, but no, the internet is used as a agent for terrorists for the most part, right? And Elon is a person who is was very
Promoting.
instrumental. Yeah, well, just very instrumental when the internet really was a thing with social media now, and then we got Twitter. He owns it. He didn't own it at first. He now owns it. But if you go on Twitter, it's Ninja Fest.
Chaos.
Yeah, it's you go on there, you're gonna be terrorized.
It's chaos. It's organized chaos.
So this
Like,
guy
it's
here,
crazy.
no, not to cut you. I'm sorry. I was just gonna basically say,
No, go ahead.
because I'm gonna circle back to what you were saying about with the robots and how this guy is part of that PayPal mafia. In fact, maybe we could talk about that. The PayPal mafia, Peter Thiel having this secret society called Dialogue. He has all the influencers that are very influential on this, like, I think it's less than 500 that are very influential, that he has on like a group chat.
Thank you, Uncle Richard. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so this is what we got. We got people that are very influential, all being ran by certain people that are tied to the PayPal mafia. Elon Musk is part of PayPal mafia because
Yeah, he is. A lot of people keep forgetting that that's one of his first technology platforms that he started. And it's interesting because just like he got involved with PayPal, the Jigga Man got involved with what? The Block Corporation, Cash App.
Yep. Jigga's he's a wannabe. Like he's way late to the game, but they'll
people
use
that
him.
run him use him
they'll use him.
what they need him to do. And when people start finally understanding that he is nothing more than a pawn in a larger man's game, that he is literally he is the black face for white terror dominators.
There you go. And he is on the same time with so when you get into Scientology, and I know that's a bad word, but the higher up you get, the secret is to prevent the coming of Christ, or to prevent Christ consciousness, whatever, however. So what is the goal? What does that mean? That means, deceive the people, fuck the people up. So maybe you write a film that's, see, I do this in Hollywood. I pay attention to like certain films. Who made it? Who's behind it? What's the mythology behind it? If it's a sci-fi, there's only so many sci-fi films where the backstory is probably tied to Scientology. There was many sci-fi writers. One of my favorite one was Frederick Pohl back in the day. And he was on his shit. That dude was dope. I forget where he was from, but he was a dope sci-fi writer. And you could tell like their sci-fi writings, where they came from was totally different than what a L. Ron Hubbard, because L. Ron Hubbard is the founder of Scientology, right?
L. Ron Hubbard is a mess.
Right. Well, we ain't gonna go there. We'll talk about that because we could get into that. But what I'm saying is, Jigga isn't aligned with all that. He's not here to help you. I'll just say it like that, in my opinion, because it's about him. It's not about everybody. It's not about helping humanity. It's not about reaching Christ consciousness, or ushering in the
Oliver. Can we pull up the interview that Oliver Sunstone did talking about the Jigga Man recently?
Got it? Yeah, you got it. Let's go.
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah.
While you're talking, because I just don't think people understand. Like I don't think people understand.
This is what we're doing. We're schooling them, and this is just from our perspective, y'all. What the whole game plan for this is just really just for you to think and peep the players. If I always have to pull up that diagram, do I need to pull that diagram up? Maybe I do, huh? Of how this world is really working, and how we really should just be, cognizant of the inner workings, who influences who, why certain things go down a certain way. And I could go real deep, but I just don't want to get, a hella target on my back. I'll just say it like that, because trust and believe, I'm already on that shit. But yeah, these people that are so-called influential, that's their whole goal. Like, it's to keep you away from God. If you really want to just get down to it, that's really what it boils down to. And speaking of God, here's the diagram that I'm talking about when we're talking about that. Remove that real quick. At the bottom, you got the actors, singers, and sports stars and media again, and just look at how the hierarchy works, the pyramid works. But these are the influencers of
what I experienced was that
of the planet.
Okay, so I'll put like this: the first night that I went there,
I could barely hear it.
Okay, hold on a second. I haven't pulled it up yet.
Okay.
I'm about to grab this here. And it's just a short clip, but he was sitting with Tucker Carlson. So here we go. Alrighty. Lost connection, it's saying. All right. You let me know when you're ready to pull it up.
Okay, go ahead. I can add it to the stage. Go ahead. You gotta remove that. Okay.
Okay, so this is Oliver Stone's son. And you guys know who Oliver Stone is, the, epic Hollywood director who's done, he did Full Metal Jacket, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Born on the 4th of July, was it? With Robin Williams. Like, mm-hmm. Oliver Stone has had some just crazy, just like blockbuster films. But this is his son. So here we go.
Well, I mean, Masonry is based in the Old Testament. A lot of the Masons I know are Christian. But again, I look at it as an initiatory path. So I don't look at it as Masons are evil. What I experienced was that so I'll put it like this: the first night that I went there,
Where was this?
the Cornerstone Lodge in New York, which is a very famous lodge. People like Jay-Z, go there and whatnot. It's it's
Jay-Z's a Mason.
yeah, from my understanding, he was with that lodge as well, but higher than I was. But the point is that it's an initiation that kind of what I felt was being observed.
Okay.
And that was just a small clip of. Hold on a second. Yeah, that was a small clip. We'll stop here because they cut it off right before he started talking about some of the things that he was seeing and what was going on. Like, I've noticed that. Like, I've been looking and they've been cutting off that whole, like, everything that he had to say, because he was like, there are things that Jay-Z was willing to promote that he would never have agreed to, and that he is not a friend of the Black community. Which is just very interesting, because as you heard, he came in and Jay-Z is a member of that lodge in New York, and he is much higher up than he is.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you everything that you need to know. I just find it funny that they cut so much of that interview, because I've gone and I've tried to find it. They went and sanitized heavy.
Well, that's what they do. I'm surprised. Like, even with that Tigger photo, there's certain stuff that's just not going to be out there, and they don't want it to. Like, even Desiree Perez is, she tried to include me and you into that whole little cult situation, or not. I won't say cult. I'll just say, they have this celebrity worship thing, the Nikki stands or whatever, right? So that lawsuit, or that, not lawsuit, but just that, what do we want to call it? Because it wasn't a lawsuit. She just filed sanctions in her case. For those who don't know, this is the CEO of Rock Nation. She would have wanted to included us into that whole sanction situation because of the story that we produced. But
we
she
moved
couldn't.
different.
Yeah, we could. She couldn't, because we're not them. We're not like that. But she stated in there about the video is, and I know she was referencing the one where I did a standalone video where I'm just talking about why is Jigga Man connected to Abramovich, and I was just asking questions. My whole thing was just like, why are you connected to these spirit cookers and these people that are, I don't know. To me, they're weird.
Who also have ties to Jeffrey E.
Yeah. And then, of course, I did the one about him and Weinstein, of course. So yeah. But all I'm doing is asking questions and presenting facts. I'm not making accusations. I'm like, what's up with this guy? That's it. You sue me for saying, what's up with this guy?
Ebony, the reason why you can't find it anywhere, that clip that I just shared with you guys, that comes from a French broadcast that was available in France. That was Tucker Carlson's podcast being shared in France. They have blocked it in the United States.
Of course.
Why? Like, you and I have posted things a couple of times, and we tried to post it up, and it said that it was blocked in all of the United States, and we can't share what we have in the United States.
Yeah. But they can't stop what's coming, because number one, we're already a legitimate media org. We about to really be legitimate. It's about to be crazy. And they, it's just about to be crazy. That's all I can say. What it is they're afraid of the media, the people outside of media that can really be impactful, that's going to really, focus on the real.
They don't want anybody that has a critical thinking mind or community to have a voice to the outside world at all in any way, shape, or form. They don't want that. If you aren't down with their program,
Yep.
they're going to try to find a way to shut you up in every which way they possibly can. And that's why I have to say I'm grateful that, like, I know that meeting you was a God plan. Like, I knew it was a God plan. God always has a way of looping things in and tying things in where, they're meant to converge, where they're meant to come together. So I'm always grateful for that. But it still doesn't change the fact that we have to be vigilant and we have to be clear, on how we're moving, because there's so much dissension. There's just so much dissension. There's so much separation, and people are so easily seduced by materialism and what's happening in this world. Like, think about where our conversation started today. Our conversation started talking about all the distractions and making fun of the stuff. Like, a fight between Ray J and Orlando Brown. How is that the flyer that's being promoted, and we haven't even seen Clarissa's flyer yet?
Right.
She's the main event. That's not being promoted, but Ray J and Orlando Brown are. Watching these celebrity kids literally falling apart, moment by moment, day by day. Looking at just, it's funny. They finally got the world to go back outside. They forced the world inside, and then when people were comfortable, streaming at home and keeping safe and keeping out of things, you know what I mean, and keeping away from the bullshit. Now they're forcing everybody outside to go make money. Meanwhile, they're quieting down what's happening with a lot of these lawsuits. They throw out 3 million documents from the Epstein files, and they're redacting it day by day by day. For crying out loud, we were sitting in Patreon a couple of weeks ago, and we were doing a real-time search. And as we were real-time searching, they were redacting. They were redacting while we were live. Like, this is real. This is real. This is the country that we're living in. And if you refuse to play along and to be a liar, like I'm telling you, like, when I look and I see a content creator that's heralding themselves as the truth and the this and the that, and then the next thing you know, they make a quick course correction. They become extremely volatile and anti this and anti that with a brand new studio. And just a month ago, they were broadcasting in their kitchen and had to ask their wife to keep it down while she was washing the dishes.
Yeah, they got tapped in, buddy.
Tapped in quick.
Like a mug. And they said,
tapped in quick and got 80-year-olds and got 80-year-olds cussing you out. Bitch. You hey, he died, yo. I'm telling you, like, don't be a 49-year-old person catching yourself in a beef with somebody that's about to turn 80 years old, and they walking down on you. Like, don't catch that. Don't catch yourself in that.
That's never a good look.
But before we get too far away, is there any way we can post up, because someone had asked about the GoFundMe information? So
yeah. So how do you want to do it?
About that?
Do we want to you want to do the video? Do you want me to just put it in? Hold on. We can just go.
If you want, we can share the video. I'm just saying we can share the video now.
I can do that. Yeah. And Jag, what we're gonna do in about, let's say, 25 minutes, we'll definitely shut down. I like everybody who's here. We appreciate everybody who is in the chat. Y'all could be doing other things on your Sunday, but In about 25 minutes or so, there's gonna be a premiere on Jaguar's channel. We want everybody to tune in just so that we can get those numbers up. And it's gonna be in relation to this conversation that we had a few days ago about old school. I think y'all will like it. I'll just say it like that. You see what I'm saying? But definitely this legal defense
Against
situation.
online harassment and reclaim my life. I'm facing
Jesus
severe
Christ.
online
Okay,
harassment
I'm
and
trying
legal
to
battles.
Stop that. Okay. And I had the big one. I don't know why that big one don't come up. Let me pull that up real quick, yo. This is the information regarding the legal defense and justice fund. It's on GoFundMe. You could search Jaguar Wright on GoFundMe and this will pop up, but that's the exact link there. And trust and believe, we're getting headway. There's a lot of headway. And we, the donations we got so far are great, but we really got to get to that goal. And it's not just the 16, y'all. Like, that's part of it. The total is like 4 times that. And I'm telling y'all, we're already getting. I'm not gonna say too much, but it's already it's a good thing. It's definitely good, but we definitely still need the support, because trust and believe, federal attorneys they're that's not cheap. Even what we're asking for is like
the bare minimum of what we need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's not being sued, unbeknownst to what others were saying. Some people were saying, and I'll call you out because I called you out already, Doggy Diamonds. You're saying, you're asking for money for preemptive cases. No. There was a situation with Brian McKnight, dismissed, done. It's not gonna happen. The dude don't got he one time ain't got no case. I'll say it like that. There was a situation with Ariel Mitchell Kidd that had been debunked. Anybody else see? We were going to start exposing the coordinated
effort.
There's coordinated effort within people within the music industry, well, entertainment industry
as a whole. Yeah.
To just silence you.
There is one thing though that I do want to say for all of the people that have been online attacking my advocacy, attacking my stance, attacking my character. What I find interesting is that most of these people are strangers to me. For the few that have gotten the opportunity to meet me in person, most of them only even met me one time. Never spent enough time with me to be actually able to say that they actually know me at all. And they have these vested interests in trying to discredit me constantly. But when you go and you research the character of these very people that do these things, all of them are liars. All of them are frauds. All of them. They're a disaster. They're a mess. Matter of fact, before we go, because I think I should be able to do it here.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a little bit of history that I'd like to share. Part of the reason why this is necessary. So, actually, I think I'm going to start it from here. Well, actually, you could keep that up because this is part of the reason why. This is here. Let me.
Okay, Ralph, here's the dox my information. You was over there with Blanca doxing my information. Had my picture up on the backdrop. Okay, that's not doxing. Bro, y'all literally put my address out there to try to tell people where I was at. Like, I put that out there? Or did Danny do that? You right. You right. That was me. I don't go that dark. I roast. I drag. Okay? I didn't like it when...
By the way, can you hear that okay?
Yeah, very loud. I'm offended by that name being mentioned on my channel, but it's all good. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because
It's not you mentioning it. It's not me mentioning
no,
it.
no, 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 no. But it's still listen. And I'm not mad. I'm just letting you know. Look, y'all. This is how serious I take this whole little situation because
Okay.
what Jag is playing, because it's all good, but what Jag is playing is telling these people that have been stalking her online they've crossed the line in so many instances, and I got proof. But for the past 2 years, I've been documenting and I've been taking care of business, and I've gotten some headway, and I'm taking care of business, y'all. I just
Okay.
don't say nothing. But I'm letting people know the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because
Okay.
I don't give none of these idiots any
No, but
excuse.
there's something very interesting that is about to be said, and that's why, because I want people to understand this is a network of people working together. Like, I don't think people understand exactly how deep this goes. And if you prefer, I don't
No,
have
no,
to
you
play
can
it.
play it. No, you can play it. I'm not. I was giving everyone preference or preface
Okay.
of, yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll just.
No, play it, because
Okay.
people got to understand.
Okay.
When it was done to me, I don't pursue that and do that to other people. Stop mixing me with all of that. I watch you and Blanca hold a live about me with my name and stuff in the backdrop. I watch you do it on Blanca's live. Pull it up. As far as your address and stuff. But let's get back to this whole thing. I understand what you're saying. That person is not dumb. That person also has character traits where they play dumb and then later on laugh about it. You play dumb like Jaguar fooled you to make all this bullshit content, and then you brag about that you was playing dumb to get what you wanted.
Now pause, because I want to just give a little insight there. The person that they're talking about is someone who pretended to be a supporter, who got introduced to us by another content creator, came over to be a moderator, and then after they realized that they were pretty much, their cover was blown and that it had become obvious that they were a spy and duplicitous, they turned and started doing a bunch of negative content and then bragging about the fact that they had lied, that they had pretended. Like, this is what these people do. So I want people to understand that. I'm not even going to say the person's name. I don't have to. These people are doing enough talking.
See, these are character traits that tear and weigh in on your integrity. And if I remember, you're the person who actually pointed out Magic for being racist and did a whole short video about those racist white supremacy posts on platform. And as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think throwing Magic under the bus was how and what got you on my platform.
This is where it gets interesting.
I distinctly remember telling you that I sent an email to Storm. Remember when the whole Jaguar thing came up? You know Magic was the reason why I came to your platform. This is why I say you're delusional in your mind and you create false narratives, right? I have the text messages in my phone, both my phones, right? So what was the initial? Both my phones right here. Okay, so what was the initial all the way back to December 2024? Yeah, December 2020. So what?
Okay, is everyone able to hear that?
Yeah.
December 2024. I remember what happened in December of 2024. Do you?
Enlighten us.
We were ambushed with an AI altered video of me supposedly saying something that I hadn't said, but it was edited to make it sound like that.
Right.
People started coming after us. All of this happened on Storm Monroe's platform. Isn't that interesting? He's sitting here talking about Storm Monroe reached out to him. Hold on. What else is he going to say?
What's the reason you first touched my platform and what did we discuss? Because you the one who said when I first came to your platform, right? When I first came to your platform, I told you I was over on TikTok, breaking down Jaguar Wright. So
So we don't have to play much more of that.
Yeah.
I think that makes it very clear. The person that was speaking loud was on TikTok stalking me. He was invited to come from TikTok over to YouTube to continue to stalk and defame me. He created a complete fake story about something from 20 some odd, 30 some odd years ago that never happened, used that as a part of his campaign, and then all of them got together. But what I find most interesting is that it was Storm Monroe that was doing the recruiting.
Yeah.
Now, I'll let you finish explaining why me sharing that was even relevant.
Well, no, it's relevant because I don't think you guys understand when there's a conspiracy to go after someone. And, sometimes it's kind of hard to prove a network or conspiracy or something like that. You played that because they pretty much told on themselves, and that was just like the tip of the iceberg of who's who. You had interactions with Essie Berry. Essie Berry is Fred Berry's ex-wife, divorced wife, I believe.
Widow.
Essie Berry, widow, right? Widow. Essie Berry was in connection with Storm Monroe, who pretty much you helped blow up on the internet, and he did a series of interviews with you. He did an interview with you in May of 2024 where you were talking with him, and Tiffany Haddish was on that interview as well.
Yep.
And supposedly during that interview, you had made some claims, etc., and no one caught it until December of 2024.
December,
like you said,
24.
6 months later, he re-premiered that interview, and it was altered to have you say some things that were defamatory that could have gotten you in legal trouble.
Which is what they were trying to do in
At the time.
2024 and
Yeah.
2025. There was the Pierce Morgan interview where they tried to trap me up. That didn't work. Then they had me sitting with other content creators who had me sitting with fake people who were trying to discredit me. That didn't work. Then came the AI video scandal gate. That didn't work. And then they came with the Ariel Mitchell Kidd lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work. I had an alibi. Then they came with the Brian McKnight foolishness, which had passed the statute of limitations, and they lied about having me served and most of the details that were in the lawsuit. Like, I don't think people even really understand. Indeed, 333. This has been a conspiracy to defraud the public and to defame me, slander my name, and create a narrative that I'm not credible, so people won't believe the very real things that I share with them.
Yeah. And separately, I have my own case. There's a content creator that is interfered with like my real personal life, and I'm just letting stuff just go and slide. But I got enough evidence to really get that thing going. But that's on me. I did what I did. See, I collected evidence. I did what I needed to do, etc. Jag's situation is different because it's just not like I'm really dealing with like maybe 4 or 5 bad characters, and I'm one by one, I'm getting them. It's already a done deal. But Jag is a whole. It's like the whole network.
It's an entire network.
It's deep, and the reason why they came after me is because of my involvement with Jaguar Wright. So therefore, that's why it's gonna I'm kicking off doing what I'm doing, and it's gonna be easy for her, but for her to get her case and everything taken care of or whatever. But we still need the money. We have federal attorney person. Like we really got people that's really gonna go to bat for this whole situation, and it's not gonna be good for them. Side note: there's a cartoonist who has pretty much been, because we were tying in with the Storm Monroe situation when you mentioned what happened during that situation and what happened. You mentioned a name, and that name pretty much became a YouTube channel because of Jaguar mentioning someone, an assailant of hers. She mentioned the name. This network within, they created a whole YouTube channel to intentionally harass her, cause emotional distress, and mock her. Now that's illegal, so YouTube is gonna have to answer to that, but that's a whole nother conversation, and that's a whole nother case, but it's all in the same situation. It's gonna get dealt with this whole thing. It's nuts. Like, if you know the whole inner workings of what's really going on behind the scenes, it's nuts. But y'all got a gist of it when y'all saw, the stuff that happened with the cases she just mentioned. All that was going on last year. But can Jaguar talk, please, bro? Not being nasty. Who is this? Uncle, your voice isn't as nice. Okay.
Lord have mercy. Long and short of it.
Your bitch ass out of here.
Ooh.
You bitch ass nigga.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on my channel too. So,
I can't.
Richard. What's the nickname for Richard?
Let it go. 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 Let it go.
No, that's on my channel. That's why I can do that. So
I didn't say you couldn't. I'm not tripping. I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying.
Lord have mercy. Long and short of it, and let the point be clear, that when we created this legal defense and justice campaign, it wasn't done lightheartedly or for frivolous means. When I look at all of the people that have Gibson Go accounts and GoFundMe accounts for all kinds of stuff, to support racist campaigns, to support just bigotry, to support all kinds of things. Like, when I think of the fact that Chud went to jail, couldn't access one account, and they turned around and those racists were able to raise like another $250,000 in days. We're only trying to raise a third of that. So it just goes to let you know that we're even living in a time now where people are more interested in investing negative agendas than actually backing real positive and supporting real positive ones. So I just want to thank everyone, because we've gotten some donations and we appreciate everyone. I'm not going to say anyone's name because I don't want anyone harassed, because we have people who are just that pathetic where they'll go and they'll harass you.
Yeah, I think I have to block that so people wouldn't see the support.
Be able to do that.
Yeah. I think I did. I'll make sure it's done. But it's that wild out here, y'all, where they'll do anything.
Yeah. So all that being said, I want to thank you. And to the people who are pocket watching our GoFundMe, why don't you do that for Trashy K's? Why aren't y'all worried about how much money she's raising over on hers? Like, it was just so wild. It was so crazy. Oh, thank you so much, May. I appreciate you. It was crazy. Someone sent me a voice clip of people literally sitting there. Yeah, I remember when it made it to X amount of dollars. And I think when somebody said her name, that gave her a bump. I can't believe people are donating. Why are people still over there donating? She need to take that money. And she like, why are y'all worried about our GoFundMe and what it's for?
Oh, they're worried about it because they're worried about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And keep being worried about it. So on that note, I think we're gonna get ready to get out of here because there's a premiere coming up, right?
Yep, we got a premiere on the Jaguar Wright Effect YouTube. Yeah, it'll pop in a few minutes. So please just stay and hit that play button and see what we got or whatever. But for the most part, no, we got a busy week coming up. Everyone knows 4th of July is next week.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, become a member, because most of our content here is usually after broadcast now, only available for our members. We have our videos that we put up on the channel, and we appreciate you all. Don't forget to hype. I know it's not always available for whatever reason. They don't always allow our audience the ability to hype our videos, but when it is, we appreciate when you do. We want to thank everyone who's hyped. Salute to our Patreon community. Salute to our new community growing over on Kick. Shout out to all of our X Spaces people. And very soon we will be back to our X Spaces. Apologize for taking a little siesta over there. We've just had a lot going on, but we'll be back.
Yeah, we just have to handle business.
Yeah.
And we're also going to we got to do this at least once a month. Like, so what we got here, I think what I'm going to say, Jag, you got to do like members only lives, only for the members. Like, no, not just like for the chat, but I'm talking about just like only members
just
see this.
Members only lives. Yeah, no, we've done a couple.
Up, yeah, we just going to do them at least once a month, because I think our support over here, they deserve it.
They do.
So yeah.
Well, we got a couple of things that are going to be happening in the near future. The platform is about to flourish a little bit more, grow a little bit more. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited.
It's about to be great. Yeah, man. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Definitely share that helps as well. Sharing any of the videos that you see pop up on Jag's channel right now. Like if you see a standalone, like everyone's been going crazy about the Clive Davis talk. Y'all already know the media has been praising this guy, and he's basically he's almost like an apostle right now. But,
legacy media has been.
Yeah, but please share, because Jag's been laying it down as far as like what's really going on with this guy and his, what he's done to the music industry, But
and that has largely affected the Black community.
Yeah.
On so many different levels.
Yep.
Shame on any Black person that's busy calling that man family.
Or saying that we should be celebrating him during the BET Awards. In fact, BET Awards is tonight. Maybe. What do you think? Maybe we will do a members only live and watch that shit. I don't know. I really don't want to, but I'm curious to see who's gonna kiss his ass.
I can only imagine what kind of demon tree is going to be going on. Are we going to see another burlesque show where they have women pretending to be men humping each other all over the stage, or are we going to see 10-foot tall Black women talking about the death of love and how love don't love me no more and turning into robots? I don't know. How much lower could they possibly? And Drewski is supposed to be hosting, so I got a feeling it's about to become very
it's gonna be some ritualistic shit going on over there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we'll see. We about to shut it down, and the live should start. I mean, it should start real soon. So we about to end this. Actually, 1 minute.
Oh,
we're gonna end this. Y'all get on over there to the channel. The live is happening. Peace.